Well, the Battle of Municipalities is also underway here at the ICC, and as promised, we did say we're going to be having very important conversations. Nabantu ababalulekileyo, and one of those people are joining us now on the couch is Mr. Obrimposula, who's the College Sports, Arts and Culture South Africa President. Mnumzana, thank you very much for making time
Thank you
to
for
speak
having
to
me.
us, and welcome to this side of IBOM. I want us to speak about sports and also umsebenzi wenu that you guys are doing when it comes to integrating sports as well as students.
Yes, look, thank you once more for having me. I think the importance of what we do, I'm from College Sports Arts and Culture South Africa, an acronym COSACS. But what is important in what we are doing, we've realized that much as we are operating under institution of higher learning or higher education, it becomes important that we develop holistical students or holistical human beings because you cannot expect people to deal with pressures of academic excellence and examinations, and also they don't have extra co-curricular activities. So what we bring in terms of our work is to strike a balance because you need people who can navigate or try to engage life or challenge life holistically. Reality is we're sitting as South Africa with an unemployment youth rate. I think we're sitting just above 60%, which is an alarming fact. So we have then realized that not everybody who's formally registered in our institution would get a formal employment. However, our product or program that we run, we are also trying to create a career or an alternative career path for our students so that whether through arts, through sports, through music, poetry, and artistry, that they can maybe earn a living in an event where they are unable to be absorbed in a formal working environment. But in short, what we do is to ensure that we develop holistical human beings. I always say you don't have to be an academical dwarf, but you need to be a holistical human being so that you can be able to
And
stand.
that's very important. You find that oftentimes when young pupils leave high school and they go to higher education, you find that some of them normally used to play sport, but once they get there, you find that the experience now and all the new things that they are seeing drifts them away from their love of sports. How do you guys get them committed, young people that is, who want to pursue sports maybe later on in life as a career? How do you blend and balance the two for them to understand that academics are important, but if you're also gifted and are skilled to be the best, maybe soccer player, rugby player, or an athlete, for instance, how do you bridge the gap when it comes to discipline?
I thank you for that question. I think it's important that we continuously advocate for the importance of this core or extra co-curricular activities, but mainly also from the Department of Higher Education, we've been given a target to say by year 2030 in our NDP, we should at least have been enrolled 2.5 million students. But now, how do you do that? And this is to assist us to also curb the issue of illiteracy in our communities. So how do we do that? We create these programs so that they become a draw card for students who might be sitting elsewhere, not studying, and make TVET colleges institutions of choice. Coming back to what you are saying in terms of discipline, it becomes important. I always argue and maintain that students who are active in sports and other artistic spheres, they tend to be more focused. Because if you think about it, say today we are here, there's choral music, there's orchestra. That needs dedication, that needs discipline. So by virtue of them being committed into these spaces, they become more focused. And also what is important is people who are heavily committed, especially young people, there's no room for them to do wrong.
Oh, yes.
And it's also a way of saying we are healing the community because we have students or people who are well committed from practice sessions, they go to class, so there's no nature never leaves a vacuum. So if we are to give them time and they don't know what to do, we've seen stats where people are engaged in drugs and all the bad things because people tend to not know what to do with their free time. But if you engage them, you're also unearthing their God-given talent
And that's true.
and be able to excel.
And that's very true. Speak to us about the BOM collaboration between the departments and it. When did it start, and why was it important for the department to partner with the BOM?
No, I think our relationship now has extended. I think we are on our fourth year, if not the fifth year, where we've been in partnership with BOM. It's important that when you do partnerships, you don't do partnerships for the sake of doing them. You first check what is the benefit out of the partnership. And one of the highlights for me working with BOM is that through BOM, you would realize that there's also these things of workplace experiences for students, whereby through BOM, students are able to come, prepare food, set up stages for audience and all this. And that exposure assists our students in terms of them being ready for formal work environment. The relationship has been, I think, since I entered into office, we've been working closely with BOM through the leadership of Mr. Potong. So it's a relationship that is beneficial. But also, a benefit to us is that we also have a similar event called Kosaksa Sports Arts and Culture. But because of BOM, we are able to expose our students to a higher level of competitiveness, because where they compete in Kosaksa, it's only students and registered students. So when we come here, they are now exposed. They compete with their communities and people from and that experience helps us as an institution to say, wow, because our students are exposed here, at least they can compete and our standard of competition gets high. And I'm excited. I'm being maybe I'll be biased, but I support all the colleges that are here.
Okay, so you're Team Colleges.
I'm Team Colleges.
I got you. That was, of course, Mr. Obrimposula, who's the College Sports Arts and Culture South Africa president. Very important conversations that we need to have as communities to try and motivate Abantwana into becoming the best person they can possibly be. Coming to you live at the ICC in East London.